Hi, girlies. Welcome to Book Please Podcast. It's Alina here, and I have my girlies with me.
Hi, it's Nata.
Hi guys, it's Amanda.
It's so funny because none of us are in Florida right now. We are all tuning in from different places. I'm in New Jersey at my parents' house.
Indiana.
I'm in Colorado.
Yes, and I love the Britney moment that you're having with your headset.
Thanks.
So cute. So cute. I just have to talk about this. So now that I'm here in New Jersey, I couldn't get my nails done by my beloved Tom, and I had to find a different place. What is it about the nail salon that like you cannot speak up? Like they can be doing like green on your nails and you're like, no, it looks good. Like
I love
whatever
it.
you decided on, whatever they're doing, you just have to roll with it. Like why? I don't know. Is it just me? Like I cannot say anything.
I'm too nice. The only thing I'll complain about is if there's bumps because then it'll bother me the whole time. But I got my nails done once and I don't like when it's see-through. Like I need a polish that's not see-through, especially if I'm doing French. And I did like a pink and pink, and the pink was see-through. And I wanted to say something, but I felt bad. So I was like, damn it, it's only 2 weeks, just deal with it.
Wow.
I literally sometimes I'll like want to cry and I'm looking at them and I know I'm gonna hate it for the whole 2 weeks.
And you guys
I
never
just-
speak up.
Never.
No.
I feel bad.
I did for the first. Why you do? You say something?
Well, I do my own hands, but for my pedicure,
Oh, yeah.
yes. Like I feel like if it's unruly, I definitely say something.
Actually, I went for a pedicure to somebody new, and she just did like weird like shaping and all that stuff. And she was like, "How do you like them? Like whatever." I'm like, "They're so beautiful."
They're the
And she's
best
like,
ones
"You
I've
come
ever
back to
had.
me. You ask for me." Like, and I'm like, "I will." Like, and I know I'll never see her again.
Oh my gosh.
So I did speak up this last time, though. This is why I had it fresh in my mind in Jersey. I was getting French and I showed her a picture. We were all about it. Like I knew certain things were just not right. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. But then she painted like a base color for my French. And it looked pretty, but like she started doing the white tip over it. And homegirl could not paint the tip. She couldn't do it. It was like it looked like arts and crafts. Like it looked
No.
like she was like doodling, like I don't know what it was. It was like chunky and it wasn't center. Like she couldn't do the arc at all. So I just like sat there and this was like really, I'm talking like worst experience of French like I've ever seen. So I was like, this was how I like got away with it. I was like, you know what? I love the base color. I'm so sorry. Like actually don't even waste your time. Like
You're so
just
nice.
don't do the French tip and just let's just go with the base color. Like I was like,
Good for you.
no French. I love it like that. And so that's what I have, just the base.
Oh my god, I
Pretty.
don't
Looks
think
cute.
I've ever seen you in shorter nails.
Oh, that's the other thing, but let's not talk about it, but we will
Why?
because we're on a podcast.
I feel like I
But
went short too.
I
Or is
didn't
that
go
long?
short intentionally. Homegirl was messing up the shape and she kept cutting and cutting. She was like messing up, so she kept filing and filing and filing. And I was like, oh my goodness, ma'am.
No, I like them
And
shorter.
I told her I wanted long.
I'm
Yeah,
used.
they look fine. They're clean and they're gonna last me.
I'm used to
Yeah.
you two having nails like literally to here.
Like little. I know.
Literally.
I have to
Yes.
get, since I'm traveling for a few weeks, I have to get my nails done in Colorado. And
Oh,
I'm like,
Godspeed.
my God, I hate going to somewhere new. Then if I'm disappointed,
What's the
gives me
difference,
anxiety.
like price point wise, compared to like Florida? Do you find that you're paying less
Uh,
or more?
I'll let you know when I get mine done, so I'm not sure, but Alina, were yours similar?
I mean, mine were like the same price,
Mm.
honestly. I find though there are a lot of things in Florida that are cheaper,
Really?
but yeah. But I will say that when I get my hair done here for some reason, they charge more.
Mm,
Interesting.
Or
I can see that.
sorry, when I get my hair done in Florida for some reason, they charge more.
I found like
Oh,
the
what?
best hairstylist in Florida recently that did my hair. He's
Yes. She slayed your
absolutely
hair. Oh, my bad.
His
Sorry.
name's Austin. He's
He.
absolutely amazing. And he just gave me like the full treatment for such a good price and like really took care of my hair. It's air dried. So if it looks like a frizz ball, girls, don't judge.
No,
Like,
it looks gorge. I love it.
I love super blonde hair on me. If
Yes.
it's
Oh yeah, you're
any
gorgeous
darker,
blonde.
I'm like, ugh. It's like all or nothing.
That's why when you said you wanted to dye your hair, we were like, no, like
Yeah,
you're a
no.
blonde
You're
princess.
blonde. Yeah.
So gorge on you.
Even though when I see long black hair, Alina, like yours, or even honestly, Amanda, the dark suits you really well. When
Hmm.
I see someone pull it off, I'm like, oh, I want to be a brunette.
Well, it's very hard to be a blonde, and you do it well, queen.
It's a lot
I
of
will
maintenance,
say,
so woo.
Yes,
yes,
it
a lot of
is.
maintenance, a lot of money, honey.
Yes, it
I will
is.
say the one like group of people, like, okay, maybe I won't say anybody to my nail person, but like I am a different person entirely. Nobody knows me like the customer service people. Like I'm in rare form, like holding down zero, screaming operator. Like I cannot, if I'll have patience for
Oh, I'm with
anything.
you. I'm
Do
with you.
not put me with the robots. And then
Hmm.
when I get to you on the phone,
Hmm.
I'm hot. I'm coming in hot. Like I guess because you don't ever see them, and it's never
I
gonna
was
like
just gonna
you're never
say, do
gonna
you
face
think
them.
you have that courage because you're never gonna face them?
100.
I have two
100.
stories for you guys. Ready? Two stories.
Yeah.
I was at the gym with a friend and I was going to their gym because I was visiting. And I was having issues like signing up for like the free guest pass, and there was like this older man behind us who was like huffing and puffing, like so annoyed. He's like, "Can you hurry up?" So I was like, "Ignore, ignore," and then he kept going, and I lost it. I turned around and I said, "You need to calm the f down. Like, what is your problem? Go around us." Like, I lost it. Like, and
Mm,
like I tried to just ignore, but kept poking, and
mhm.
and then my friend was like mortified, like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" I said, "Well, the nerve," and the person behind the counter was like. And then
Yeah.
my
Wait, what
other
did he
story is
do?
most recent.
Wait. What did the guy do
He
when
like
you
rolled
said
his
that?
eyes. He rolled his eyes and like walked away. He was like, "Ugh," and walked away. But I'm usually so nice, so like it takes a lot to like get that side of me. And then you guys know Amber. We were in Delray for the weekend, and I went to pick her up at the Bright Line. And mind you, empty place. She has to let her dog out, so I pull over to the side. And this guy that works for Brightline comes out. He was like, "Really? You have to double park here?" Like giving us such a hard time. Kept going. And I was like, "You know what?" I said, "What the F?" I know a lot of F bombs. I'm like, "What is your problem? Am I blocking something?" Like lost it. And poor Amber and her boyfriend are like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "He's being such a jerk. Like, what are we doing wrong? You're literally just walking your dog." So I just, yeah,
How did you like Del Rey? Because I don't think I ever asked you after you spent that weekend there.
I love Delray. Delray was so much fun. It was, yeah, I loved it. I feel like I had there was like
Beautiful
this one
there.
bar, Throw Social. Like I literally spent like
Yes, so cute.
lunch. Yeah, I've been there. Like it's so much fun, such a good vibe. I saw a bartender that was there like all day, and I was like, oh, I guess we both like kind of live here.
Because Del Rey's kind of like a
I like
beach
it.
town, right? Like a small little
Hmm.
beach town.
It kind of reminds me, I feel like it's kind of like everything. I like it a little better than like Las Olas just because they have a lot more options.
Hmm.
But they literally have everything. They have like the beach bars, they have like nice dinners, the in-betweens, like outdoor games. Oh, I loved
They have
it.
a lot
Super
of
nice.
coffee
And
shops
then you
there
get
too.
everything.
Like a lot.
Oh, you would know that.
I looked it up.
I would say, Amanda, to like bounce off of what you were saying, I don't really have experiences where I will say something in person, but if it's about my friend, I'll do it. Like if you're being nasty to my friend or my mom or like a family
Oh
member, you're
yeah.
like being rude, cutting, then I have the courage. Like it's funny because if it's not for me, I'll be like, "Excuse me, she was there." Or like if it's a guy like being nasty to like one of my friends, forget it. Or if it's a woman coming up to my man, I'm like, go away, go away. Like, I will find it
Shoot.
in me. I will do anything. I don't care. Like, yeah, he's good. Thanks, honey. Like, I flip of a switch. Flip of a switch. So it's those scenarios and it's customer service. I will say the craziest stuff to customer service. Like, so I was in an accident. Somebody hit me. I was stopped at a red light. And it was just like all this technical stuff. I was dealing with customer service. They were having a problem processing things, charging me things for like that I wasn't supposed to be charged at all because it's not my fault. I sit there and I'm like, don't know where I come up with this stuff. I'm like, you know what? I hope you or someone in your family is never in a situation like this where
That's not even bad.
where your car gets hit.
That's
Like I
kind of
always like
nice. Yeah.
flip it on them and I try and yeah, but I'm really like hit like I'll be like, I hope your mom's never in a car accident and you don't.
That's like PG.
I
That
always
is
oh no,
PG.
I don't curse, but I have hung up on customer service before I get pissed. I'll
Really?
hang up.
I will
That too.
not, because if you're on the phone waiting to talk to them for 3 hours, I'm not hanging up for dear
Oh,
life.
Yeah, but if they're not gonna do what you need them to do, then it's just like,
I remember being on the phone with United Airlines when I was looking for a flight, and I think I was on the phone for over an hour, and it was like, we're going to transfer you to a manager, we're going to transfer you to a manager, blah, 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 about an issue with like a credit. Finally, the man, like a manager or whatever, picks up, and they just pick up, say hello, and hang up on me. And it was over
oh,
an hour.
fuming. I'd be fume. See, that
I
stuff
would be
sets me
so
off.
annoyed. Hmm.
Yeah, it was
That stuff,
so. I was so furious. I was so upset. But what are
Yeah,
you gonna do? Are
I
you
have
gonna
bad road
call
rage.
back and wait another hour? No. Just like, I'm never flying United again. And then a month passes, and then
yeah,
you get
then
a
they don't
United
care.
Oh
flight.
yeah. Yep. I'm tagging them on Instagram. I'm sending them a DM.
I know, literally, so funny. Um, you guys, so we read Every Summer After this week by Carley Fortune, and obviously we're starting to see a budding little something between the main character Persephone and Sam, and it got me thinking. Would you guys, if you had like that type of a best like friendship with a person, with another guy, and you guys were so close and had this beautiful dynamic, like would you risk your friendship for a potential relationship that could maybe result in you not having what you had before?
I can go first on this. Um, I would totally go for it because I think about it like, first off, it's obviously a guy, and I would want to see where it goes. Like, it's great to start off as best friends and then become more. And then if I do like meet someone else, how comfortable is my partner going to be with my best friend being a guy that obviously has feelings for me? So I rather just see where it goes. If it doesn't work out, maybe we could keep that friendship or, not. But I think it would never work out with my future relationships if I keep this person as a friend.
That's a
That's
good
my take.
perspective that I didn't think
Hmm.
about. For me, I would have to go for it because it's like would be a shame to never explore it. Like if you have like the best relationships, I think are based off of foundation of friendship. And if you
Hmm.
have like such a connection with this person, also I'm like a hopeless romantic, but it's like if you have that with this person and you're kind of feeling the little pulls, I feel like you'll always kind of wonder. So
Exactly.
it's I would
Always.
rather take the risk and it not work out than always wonder.
I agree, for sure. Same.
Aligned. Yay. So, girls out there, if you have feelings for the bestie, let him know.
Amanda wants you to date your
Go
friend.
for it. And then
They
thank us. Don't forget to thank us.
they always say like the best relationships come out of a friendship first.
For
I agree.
sure.
Always.
And I feel like
Hmm.
if you don't feel like your person is your best friend, throw them away and go get someone who is.
Exactly.
That should be like your go-to.
100%. Like if you can't like gossip and do all those little things with them too, like what's the point?
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
Okay, so we read chapters 1 through 6. What did you guys think?
First of all, I loved how quick it went. Like it was the lightest
It's a
read.
good pace.
It's
Hmm.
super
Yeah.
quick, such a good pace. That part stuck out to me, so had to mention that.
And I'm Kindling, guys. I'm not listening to it. I'm actually reading it since
So
I'm
proud.
traveling. I have time. So yeah, I agree. It definitely was a quick and easy light read.
Love it.
I am really loving this book so far. I think it's so cute. I don't know if you guys have seen The Summer I Turned Pretty. Have you guys watched that on Amazon Prime?
Yes.
It's like a big viral like whatever kind of like young adult show, and it reminds me of it so much that I keep picturing the characters in that show. But I thought it was so cute. Very interested to see where this goes. I loved how it was like pulling us in by starting off really not telling us what happened between Percy and Sam. And now she's like going back and reliving her memories and like the flashbacks and flash forwards. I really like the style of how she did that.
Hmm.
I hate Delilah.
I like Delilah now. She got better.
Ew.
She got better.
She
She got better at the end. She
annoys me.
supported her for the poem. I
I
didn't like her in
was
the beginning.
I was super nervous during Truth or Dare that she was gonna try to kiss Sam.
I don't know, but I love the older brother, Charlie. Charlie?
Of course you do.
But
Yeah,
I
I was
don't
like,
know
hmm.
with Charlie. Do you think something happened between Charlie and
I have
Percy? Because remember in the beginning when she was asking Sam questions about him, but just innocently, just because she's a chatterbox. And then when she came for the funeral, he was like, "How did you know about this?" And she's like, "Charlie called
I
me."
was gonna say
He's
that.
like, and he
And he
got
said, of
all,
course.
yeah. He goes,
Hmm.
"Of course."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that part made me think the same. I
Hmm.
definitely think it has to do with that, which is just so crazy to me. And I love the way that Sam really like looks out for her. Like when Delilah came for the first summer after they made up, he was like, his guard was up. He still had the grudge against her. When Charlie planted a kiss on her, first of all, what like that you have to know that Sam and Percy have a thing. Like you're the older brother, you know the situation.
It's giving the owner and the
I
wife.
was there for it.
I know it is. It's giving the owner and the wife. But I was like, how did you not know? But I loved that Sam's reaction was like he robbed you of your first kiss. Like that was your experience.
Yeah.
Because he was like sitting there in thought and thinking and mad. And she's like, what is going on? And he's like, was that your first kiss? And I loved that. He's so valid. He's like that person in her life that's been so validating. Like when everyone thinks like, she's weird or wasn't being her friend or this or that, he's like, no, that's cool. No, that's the
Hmm.
like he is just all about it. And I love that. I love that
I
kind of
wish he
like
was a little like his
dynamic.
brother though. Like if he was a little more
Aggressive.
forward, then yeah, then they would be together. I mean, obviously I can tell they end up together and they do date, but I feel like it's moving so slow. I'm like, oh, kiss already. Oh, do something
I
already.
know. He really and I was even thinking maybe Charlie's motive was to be like, all right, well here, like this is what you
Like,
do. Like let's
yeah,
go, get it together, or
exactly.
someone else is gonna snatch her up.
Right.
Yeah.
And someone will.
Did you guys cry? I cried like 3 times.
No. Not
Just me.
at
Talking
what
about his
part?
dad, like the
Um,
dad part when,
I
that part, I was like,
know.
oh, my heart.
I know I was emotional. It's so precious. And then it's like now we know that they're losing their mom too. It's just like,
Oh,
so
the mom, don't get me started on that. Oh,
I know. And I was like, first of all, it was so funny to me because I don't know what it is. There's all these books and things. Like, I feel like I never meet other people, like, unless I work with them that are journalists. And it's like all these books. It's like, she's a journalist. Her
yeah.
mom has a restaurant. And I'm like,
Same.
her name is Greek. And I'm like, are you me? Hello. Can I have a cottage house by the lake?
oh boy. It just I don't know. It was for me when we find out that she's actually 30 in a part because all this time I was like, oh, she sounds like she's maybe 17, 18 years old. But then when we find out she's 30, it kind of felt like, she's kind of in the same boat that many of us are
I love the age that they
in.
chose for the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love that, and I love the the way that we were learning things through their like three things that they do, and how
Oh,
when she
love
went
Three
back, they
big
did
life
their three
updates.
things. Yes, and when they did that, I was sitting there like I didn't want to read ahead and be like, does he say he's engaged? Like, what's his
That's
third update?
exactly what I thought. Like, and I'm engaged or and I have a baby.
Yes,
But he didn't.
I know, but I'm still nervous.
yeah,
About
something I feel like
he's holding back.
I'm still nervous that we're gonna find out. Like, I don't know that there's something.
I'm dying to hear what drove them apart for 12 years, right?
I know, yes. So it seems like she doesn't have the cottage house anymore. So her family must have sold the house because there was something that she said like there, but it's not my lake anymore or something like that. And or it's not her house anymore or whatever. And so I'm like, I don't
I think
know.
she got pregnant.
Ooh.
Well, that's like
You know what?
random.
It's really funny because
I go,
you're
that's
doing the
random.
thing that Sarah yelled at us about already. Like
Um,
it's a love story. It's not a thriller. We're not gonna have like some crazy man like show up at the on the deck like and be
no,
like,
I
"You're the
think it has to
father."
do
Like
with Charlie. I have a feeling.
I do too. I was getting that vibe from the start. So there's, I mean, it
I
kind of
get
makes
it.
sense.
Charlie's hot
But if that was the case, why would Charlie call her to come to the funeral?
because she was close to the mom.
Yes,
It's
I
She
been
was
get
so
close.
that.
long. He probably knows his brother's not going to take
Couldn't
action.
do it.
And
Hmm.
he might be selflessly doing it for Sam.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that like that is a good point, Amanda. Like what you were saying before, he needs to be more. I hate people like that. Like if you're not going to make a move, let's go.
Go for it.
Like
Exactly. I need someone
I have
assertive.
a friend who was like having this thing on and off and on and off, like just like a vibe with a guy who was like just always giving her just enough, but never being like, okay, let's go to dinner, but like always joking about it, always teasing her about it, right? And then nothing, never really fully made a move. And you could tell they both feel it. Now she's in a relationship. And now it's like he's panicked and he's saying all these things like, oh, like, is he good enough for you? Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, can I take you out? Like, will you still give me a chance? And he's like, oh, now you have the guts. Like, I just
Mhm.
want to smack him around. Like, are you kidding me?
Hmm.
I know. Sam's
I
moving way
just
too slow
can't
for me.
stand people. But I love Sam. But like, come on, you
He's
need a
so
little
sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
grow up and be a
I
man. Let's go.
mean,
I mean, he
they
was a
do.
kid.
They
He was like a
they
child,
were in
but
a
still.
relationship though. They did
We do
end
know
up.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
They did date.
they
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
date.
That's why I'm wondering, like, I can't imagine like Charlie like being that, like really your brother's girlfriend. Like I get the kiss, like they weren't dating, like it was a little prank, but I don't know.
I know. Well,
I'm so excited.
unless something happened where Sam and Percy like started something and then it ended, and then
Charlie stepped in.
something, yeah, and then like obviously,
If
I
it's just
mean,
like that Prime show, The Summer I Turned Pretty, I'm gonna
oh my gosh, it seems so much like it. Everybody though should go watch it, and their soundtrack is 12 out of 10 for
I
that
Wait,
show.
couldn't
what's the
finish season
clip?
2.
What's the Cliff Notes version of the show without giving away too much?
They go every summer to this place called Cousins Beach. They have like a house together. It's two brothers and the one girl, and they go every
She loves them
summer.
both.
It's
And
like
she
she's
falls in love with
got a
both of
thing
them.
back and
Oh wow! I
forth.
Yeah,
thought the
yeah.
owner and the wife was the only book that did that. I guess there's a lot
No,
of stuff out there that's the
she's
same
like,
plot.
I'm happy to say I've never been through that. I've never dated a brother and another brother.
no. Not the way you quiet. No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
girl.
She's like, everyone knows if it were someone on this podcast, it wouldn't be you.
Oh my God.
But
So
that's so
she's
funny.
just, going to this thing every
No, well,
summer?
she always had a crush on like the older brother the whole time she knew that was it. And then, but she was best friends with the younger brother,
I
but
love
always in
Jeremiah.
awe
Mm.
of the older brother and in
And the older
love
brother,
with the older brother. And the younger one was just like her best friend.
yes.
So it was like, but the younger brother had such a big crush on her.
Mm.
And then she just started to like realize this. So, and it was kind of like the older brother never really made a move. So it was like an entanglement with both of them.
Hmm.
And then she gets in a full on relationship with one of them. Then that ends. And then oh,
Oh,
forget it.
holy
You should
moly.
just watch it. It's
I
so
can't
good.
wait.
And the mom is sick and dies. It's the
Oh,
same thing.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
literally the same thing. Now I'm like, what came out first?
That's what I'm
Wait,
saying. I had to be like, wait, is it called the same? Because I know there's book versions of this. That show was made off of a book, and then I started to think, is the title the same or is this the book? Because the
It's very
mother's name
similar.
in Summer I Turned Pretty is Susanna, and the mother in this book is Sue.
Suze, yeah.
So I was like, hold on a second.
um,
Is this the show?
isn't this book, this author, doesn't she have another book that's like Meet Me at the Lake?
She does,
Okay.
and that's her second book. It's not a sequel,
Oh, okay.
but it was highly anticipated because this book every summer after went viral, and then everyone wanted to read her next book, which is not a sequel.
Mm.
But apparently people liked it, but not as like the best one is the first that she wrote.
If she didn't say it wasn't a sequel, I would assume that it's the same, thing.
Yes. I think what happens is too, like authors get their inspiration from like one area and they like will keep a certain setting or vibe. but
Mhm.
it's not.
Hmm. I remember seeing that title.
And that Meet Me at the Lake book is the one that's going to be turned into a movie.
Oh, that's being
Although
turned
people
into a
are,
movie?
yes,
Hmm.
by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They have like a, now they're doing like a, they have like a studio production company or whatever.
Oh,
So
I didn't
What's
even know
going
that.
on with the Hoboken Blake Lively? Why am I blanking? What's that book called? That I was
oh,
a
it ends with
yes,
us.
that
Oh,
I
it
was
ends with
I
us.
don't
obsessed
Yeah.
with.
know. I've been in Hoboken now that I'm in Jersey like every weekend so far, and I haven't seen any film crews, but I will petition and I will give Blakey some clothes. Let me give
Blakey.
her some wardrobe. I'm gonna take Blake to Zara.
Yeah,
Like, let's
Blakey
just get some
Wakey
basic
on the
pieces on her.
wardrobe.
Literally, and
You know
brush her
what? I'm not even
hair.
gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. The book was so good. I don't want to be disappointed. That's it. You
Amanda,
guys
you
watch it.
have to watch it. We
I
are
know,
watching it for
but
the pod already.
but I
That
love the
book, I
book.
was so pleasantly surprised.
There's no way that I
Yeah, it
couldn't
was so
watch the
good.
movie. Like, it's just so,
I
there's just
know.
no way I wouldn't watch
Yeah,
it. No way.
Fine.
I
Sharp Objects was really good.
It's like Twilight. The first movie was trash, but you're still gonna watch it because of the books.
See, I tried to not to compare to Twilight. I said Sharp Objects because I was trying to like pick something a little more.
What's Sharp Objects? Who
Oh, it's
knows
so
what
good.
that
It's a
is?
TV show. Oh, it's a really good book,
I'm
but
just
I
kidding.
thought the TV show was really good. You have to watch it. It's so good.
mm,
But I didn't read the book.
Okay.
I watched the show, so I don't know about the book.
But I
But
will
it's
say, like,
popular.
the Twilight book was, I mean, the Twilight first movie was a 0 out of 10, but it's still like, it's Twilight. So you had to, come on, they had no budget. You could see, like, the makeup. Like, it was just so bad.
guys, you know what I've been watching, and it's so old but so like humorous. Ugly Betty.
Ugly
Oh,
Betty.
that's
I never
cute.
got into
You know
that.
what vibe I love that's like that, but better, I think? Um, Jane the Virgin.
Obsessed with that show. Watched it like three
Obsessed.
times. That's why what's his face? It ends with us, the guy in there, the toxic guy.
Justin Baldoni.
Justin, I can't unsee him from Jane the Virgin because he's
I
always played in
know.
that character in Jane the Virgin, and now I just have this mental picture of him, and I'm like,
I
no,
think Justin is being selfish because he's one of the like directors or
I
producers of It
saw.
Ends With Us, and he's like, "Oh, let me make myself a character." Like, no,
No,
Justin, sit this one
I
out.
can't see him in that role at all.
No,
It's
and he's very
troubling.
like ethnic looking,
Believe it
and
or
I
not,
just
he's Italian.
that's a shocker to me. And if you hear his name, you should know. But he looks like he's just not Ryle. Like he
Yeah.
just is so like exotic looking for me. I don't know.
Oh my God, did you watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3?
No, I didn't yet, but I want to watch all the ones prior and then go and see
Me,
this
my
one.
mom, and my grandma are planning on going and watching it.
Oh my gosh, let me know how it
I
is. I'm
will.
so excited.
The first one is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Next to The
The first one
Godfather,
is incredible.
favorite.
It's just so iconic. So
Iconic.
good.
And I went to high school with this girl, Tula, which is
Oh my
literally
gosh.
a version of the
Yes.
actress in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. She was super Greek and she,
Yes. This is like the so stereotypical and hilarious. And it's like anyone who has like that big cultural family will get it. It's just
mhm,
relatable. And I find it so funny and it's just so painfully accurate.
painfully.
But I mean, and you know what? This is such a testament to Never Give Up because that movie made history and it was like one of the longest running films ever. And she was shot down and shot down. The main character who plays Tula, what is her
Nina
name?
something.
Yes, she is just unbelievable. Like she wanted to create this so many times and was shot down and shot down and shot down. And look what happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, chase your dreams, folks, and don't let people tell you no.
Love that.
Let's end on that note.
Yes.
So for next week, we're gonna read chapters 7 through 12. Hopefully, we get a little more into the story of Sam and Percy, and hopefully Charlie doesn't ruin everything, even though we know something's about to happen. Read chapters 7 through 12 for next week's episode.
Do you want to plug in our socials, Amanda?
Yes. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube, Book Please Podcast. We're also on TikTok, Instagram, and Reds at Book Please Podcast. And then we're also on Twitter slash give it to me X at Book Please Pod. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.